What's happening, people? Here we are.
What's up?
The redraft.
How we darn?
Let me know if you can hear us okay. I think you can hear Zach all right. Say what's up if you're in here.
Yes, yes. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello? Are you there?
Hello.
Where's that from? That's from somebody.
I don't know. What is that from?
I don't know.
What's up, Daniel? What's up, Wesley?
Welly.
Welly.
We have a friend named Westfield, and we call him Welly.
Wesley, yeah.
Welly, what you doing, Welly?
All right, so we are doing a redraft mock draft today. Badaki, how can people join us today if they want to?
Yeah, super simple, super easy, like always. Just like our Dynasty channel, the link is in the description below. Join our Discord, okay? Join our Discord. Go on there, Dynasty, or technically, actually, it's redraft mock draft.
Yeah.
Go on that channel, and that's where we'll be dropping our link to all our redraft. Once again, super the same thing, just like our Dynasty channel, just on the redraft tab, essentially.
Yeah.
This is a PPR mock draft, as always. I'll bring up the screen here if you guys want to join. I'll be sending out Zach will be sending out the link soon. 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 2 flex spots, and a couple bench spots. We're going to round 12 here today. We'll probably change the 30 seconds around 30. 30 seconds around round 4 or 5. So all love.
Yes, sir. What's up, Albert? Welcome, brother. So we're going to give everyone a couple seconds to go over there to Discord. The redraft mock draft text channel is where we're about to drop this link. Feel free to join. You know, obviously, if you can't stay the entire time, that's okay. Maybe join the next one, but we're going to have a ton of mock drafts. We always have a ton of mock drafts. They don't stop.
And we're going to continue doing more redraft as we get closer and closer to the season. So just be on the lookout for that as well, man. Because
that's right.
It's all happening. It's all.
I'm gonna drop the link here for y'all in 3, 2, 1. Well, let's get this bad boy started once we fill it up.
Yeah, once we're all
I don't even know
up,
if did I join? I did join, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you did join.
I was like, I hope I didn't.
Okay, cool. We have the little comment stuff up, which is awesome.
All right, so we have 3 spots left still. We still got 3 spots left. 2 spots left. See if we fill these up. Warren Sapp. I didn't know Warren Sapp is a Washington Commanders D-line coach. How did I not know that?
I didn't know that. I thought he was like banned. Well, he was like not banned, but he was he lost his job after all that controversy came out of him, and then he was doing like NFL media and stuff. But now he's not. Now he's not doing that stuff anymore.
All right, we are good to go, Badaki. Let's go ahead and start this bad boy up.
Start it up here. Shout out to everyone. We got Joe,
Make
Tebow,
it easy for y'all. JT,
Arnav, Sneaky, D. Lawrence,
ooh,
Fantasy.
Najee as the 2nd pick there. Wow.
Whoa, it's Kevin. I'm gonna send you a counter here soon. I think you sent me something. Rude and Safcon, Edelman, Fantasy Dominator. What's happening, everyone?
Welcome in, y'all. Najee at the 102. That's pretty interesting. Where do you have Najee in your running back ranks?
Give me 1 second.
Love the Eckler pick.
I'm opening up my rankings right now.
I currently have him like RB 8 to 10-ish.
I'm going to continue to do this strategy. So I'm going to go Cooper Cup here. Really want to see how successful this strategy is. Let me go over my redraft. I think Najee have 4, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah, he's my RB4 currently right now. So I'm okay taking him around here.
Love it. Sneaky Hebrew. I don't think we've drafted with Sneaky Hebrew yet. If we have, my bad, but welcome in.
Sneaky.
Let's see JJ and Chase go off the board. Fantasy Dominators here. He goes Joe Mixon. Edelman's on the board. Then we have Savcon as well as Kev and Rude. So welcome in, y'all.
What's happening,
We
y'all?
got Derrick Henry at the 1.9. I don't think many people would have anticipated him being available there.
No, he's my RB3 on the season so far. I still believe in Derrick Henry and everything they're gonna do out there in
Yeah.
Tennessee. I mean, week 1 against my beloved New York Football Giants, there's no way he's scoring more than 10 points. Come on, with that Giant defense, you
Sure.
kidding me?
I actually have Derrick Henry as my RB7, so like this is where I think he should go. Maybe even one running back later. I think I'm probably still going one running back over him. But actually, to be fair, I currently haven't adjusted my rankings for Alvin Kamara, so he'll probably end up being my RB6.
Yeah, I have
Henry.
Alvin Kamara currently as my RB13 with the expectation of him getting suspended. At least that was with the thought process.
I'll say if there's a 6-game suspension,
it's going to be a lot more,
significantly lower than
for sure,
than where he is now.
For sure.
I mean, I don't even know if I would take him as a top 24 running back at that point. Not that he's not the talent. It's just.
Oh yeah, I
like,
think I put him at.
Same thing with D-Hop. Like, how long do you want to have that bench spot just
exactly
burning a hole in your pocket?
And I put him as RB13, just like as a safety net. Like I want to put him super low with the expectations, but I put him there because I was like, you know what, this feels all right. This is comfortable right now until we get a solidified answer from everyone moving forward. So
as soon as we find out news, I wouldn't be surprised if I dropped him, 20 spots in my rankings or something. We see Swift, Diggs, Kelsey. So Adams and Kelsey start here for Wilt's Kevin. I like it. I think that's a
good start.
I like that start personally. I mean, Adams is my wide receiver 3. Obviously, Kelsey is going to be most people's tight end 1, or Andrews, depending on how you see it. But I think this is going to be a really good start here. Let's see how the strategy works out.
Yeah, Monty had a question. Hey guys, been struggling all day with this trade offer. I mentioned it in the other day, but I'm gonna ask again. J-Mo and Cook for CD. Which side are you taking? He's like, he says I need validation, but I'm a Cowboys fan. I've been trying to get Lamb all off season, but I love J-Mo and his potential. Yeah, I'm definitely taking.
I will go CD. Soon we're talking Dynasty. Regardless, still.
I love James Cook.
I think we're on the opposite side here. I love Jameson Williams, not a big James Cook guy, but still, I think CD, you have to take him. I mean, purely think about where they're going in startups. One is like going at like the 2-4, 201 to the 2-4. Jameson's like a 6th, 7th round pick. Cook like a 9th round pick. So I just think that there's a lot more value right now in the CD side. What's up, Rai?
For sure. What's happening, Monty? Is like, it's Dynasty. Yeah, I think for me, it's for me, I'm definitely going CD as well, and it's not with the hesitation of anything. I think let's look at the whole team at where those players are as a whole. J-Mo, I love where he's at, and I believe in him. But they have to hit on the quarterback. Where you don't need to worry about that with CD. You have Dak Prescott for the next however long. You have CD for the next however long. So I would be keeping CD as well. So
yeah,
he said thanks. I'm gonna go ahead and accept it. No worries, man. I love James Cook though. Just know that I love brother James. I'm believing in him. I'm believing in him to be something special. And they go CD right there at the 2-5. Now Danny Lawrence is on the clock. Javonte Williams there.
Albert says just got offered AJ Brown for Burks and Mitchell. Treylon Burks and Elijah Mitchell. Yeah, that's relatively even. I mean, AJ is obviously the most valuable player there, but Burks and Mitchell, I would say that's pretty even, personally.
I agree as well. I like both sides. So just really depends on if you need a running back or if you want to keep AJ Brown or whatever the case may be. So
I will say strategy dependent for sure. Say you love me, but I don't care.
Saquon Barkley there, man. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So top 12 there for Say. I love him. He's my RB 12 right now, so I can definitely see him going higher.
Yeah, he's my 16 at this point. Definitely like him. There's a couple guys on the board I think I would be drafting over him. There goes one, Fournette. I still don't understand how Fournette's not top 5 in most people's rankings.
Well, I don't have him top 5 right now. He's my RB9.
I just don't get it, but maybe we'll see Fournette rise, or he'll just be someone that I love drafting. I don't know.
I think, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think here. Okay, so my quarterback, according to my rankings, to the bloody rankings, I should be going Deebo Samuel. I'm still not in love that he's there. Like, I'm not comfortable there, but I have him as my 7. I'm gonna go with who I feel like I should take.
Okay.
I'm gonna play with my heart today. Draft with my heart today, because yesterday I drafted with my rankings, and it was okay. But for me to really solidify these, these 1 or 2 spots of these guys, I really need to see how I feel. I like Tyreek there for sure. Let's see what happens.
Say love me, don't care.
What's that? He was 4, 5, 6, 7. So Deebo should have been my 7 currently. Goes James.
James Conner goes out the board.
Deebo. Let's see what.
Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the board fell. I was hoping to grab one wide receiver in particular that I really like in redraft leagues, and that's Mike Evans. So I'll grab Mike here with my first pick. I think he's going to have an absolute field day this year. And then I think I'm going to go running back, because I think there's about to be a drop in RBs in my mind. And I'm going to grab Aaron Jones here. So I'll feel pretty good about that start right there.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Good choice.
Not bad, not bad. Good choice.
Okay. See how it goes. It goes Keenan. See where Tebow goes here. It's T. Higgins. So I was hoping one of those 2 was going to fall to me. Which really disrupts the whole thing. Once again, according to my rankings here, I should be going AJ Brown. Do I want to go AJ Brown? Not right now. Right after my rankings, I should be going Deontay Johnson. But right after Deontay Johnson is Allen Robinson. But Allen Robinson at the 3-4. That just feels like an extreme reach. But would he go even higher? I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, shit, I messed up. I'm going to do Allen Robinson.
Wow.
That's what my heart says.
Dude.
That's what my heart says, man. I know you may not like it, but
So
or knob on the clock here. There goes AJ. First quarterback there, off the board. Josh Allen, hey. How's everyone's day? We probably spoke to you guys in the Dynasty. Let's ask some questions here. Who are you scared of the most in redraft? How about that? We always ask some some other questions. Who are you scared of the most? I guess who are you scared drafting?
Good question.
Yeah, Steven said I would have grabbed Alvin Kamara or Allen Robinson for your third wide receiver. Yeah, but Alvin Kamara could be suspended 6 games. That's where what I'm going with right now.
Yeah.
Daniel said McCaffrey.
If Alvin doesn't miss any games, then I think
Yeah.
he'll probably be a first round pick.
Yeah, he'll definitely go. He'll definitely go
We'll
higher.
see what happens with him. We see Kyle Pitts, Pittman, Deontay, Zeke, and Jalen Waddle off the board. We made it. Shout out to the 24 people watching the stream. If you have yet to do so, would mean a lot if you could drop that like for us. I'm curious, just with Allen Robinson, like we haven't seen him go this early, and you don't think he would have been available there at the 4-9 if you wanted to grab him?
I think that he's going to continue to rise up in drafts, and I believe he would go probably this early. I think people will be taking Allen Robinson over AJ Brown, a Michael Pittman, a maybe not Deontay, over Terry. All these guys that are gone right now. I mean, I have Allen Robinson over all these guys outside of AJ Brown. So why wouldn't I? Maybe, yeah, it is too early in the redraft, like right now as we're drafting.
Yeah.
But if that's how rankings are happening, not like our ranking specifically, but if that's how people's rankings are going to be are going to happen, then why not take Allen Robinson there?
Well, because as of right now, you probably could have gotten better value based off of the board, is what I'm saying.
For sure, and I think that's okay.
And maybe like drafting him is potentially going to influence his ADP to go up, you know?
Maybe. But yeah, I don't know. I think you can kind of see it. I guess you can kind of see it. It just really depends on how people perceive it, you know, like how if they want to do that. So some people like Allen Robinson over some of these guys, and some people don't.
I mean, bro, you're talking to someone who has him top 12. I have him higher than you, so I'm just asking, you know, trying to understand the 3-4 pick of him.
Yeah, well, that would be it.
Okay. Steven says, what's Alvin's status now? I heard he might continue the case until next year or be suspended a year later. So we don't know the legal side of it at this point, unfortunately.
Yeah, we don't know.
We'll have to wait and find out. Hopefully we'll get some clarity here soon.
Yeah, no chance he will go over them, especially Pittman and Brown. Yeah.
I tend to agree with that. I mean, I have Allen Robinson over those guys in my rankings, but I haven't seen Allen Robinson go before them. And the only reason I bring it up is just because typically you want to get the best value for like the pick on your board. And I think he probably would have been there at the 4-9. I could be wrong, but that was just why I asked the question.
Okay.
Chase says, I'm surprised to see Judy go over Cortland. You'll probably see that. But yeah, it's an interesting point. I think both have a chance to score as much as each other this year, finish higher than each other. I don't think either necessarily has the edge. Josh Jacobs off the board. Yeah, I mean, JJ definitely shouldn't be available that late. That's pretty good value. He's my RB 14.
Yeah, I like him. So I'm surprised Judy 14. goes over Cortland. Steven said Sun has good reports coming out of camp and is moving up boards. Absolutely. So
RB 23 off the board. Josh Jacobs is there, which is far too late. He definitely shouldn't be there that late. Let's see
what Tebow does here.
Hollywood's definitely who I was looking for there. Assuming Mike Williams is off the board. Mike Williams still available? Is that right? Yep.
Mike?
I'm
Yeah,
probably
brother
gonna
Mike.
take Mike here. Yeah, this is interesting.
Yeah. Chase says, I think Court will be the wide receiver 1 for Russ. They will both eat for sure, though. Yeah, I think there's definitely belief that he can definitely be the number 1 guy. So, and there's no doubt that we won't be surprised if Cortland Sutton finishes higher or gets more work than Jerry Jeudy.
Either one, honestly, I think either one of them could finish higher than each other. I mean, as much as Sutton fits the DK mold a little bit better, but if you think about it, like Jerry's probably going to be in the slot, and that's a really valuable position to be for Russell Wilson. So I think both guys. The answer is probably both.
Yeah,
you know, like draft both.
It is.
Obviously, you don't want to draft both on the same team. That wouldn't be necessarily ideal, but that's probably the answer.
Yeah.
Thank you, Steven. I appreciate that, brother. Says loving your team. Honestly, I feel like the 1 spot is just so easy to draft from this year. I find it hard to draft a bad team from the 1 spot. I don't know if that's going to keep happening. ADP is going to change, but I feel pretty great about that team there. J Fool, what's up, brother? Says really like Sutton as a Lockett type. Yeah. He gets targeted heavily in the red zone. Yeah, well, let's see. I mean, it could be anyone really. I mean, between those 2 guys, I think both have a chance to be really, really good for your redraft teams and dynasty teams, to be honest.
Yeah. Definitely some good potential there. So for Cortland to really take off this year, and maybe we're getting him at values. He is going to skyrocket up draft boards next year potentially, or maybe he'll stay the same, especially with all the talent that's coming in for these young wide receivers.
Yeah,
could be interesting to see where he falls next year.
Wrapped around your finger. Hey guys, by the way, if you haven't seen the video that we dropped today on this channel, I'll paste it here in the chat. Must draft wide receivers. I think it's definitely worth watching if you're interested in redraft. If you're doing, honestly, if you're doing best ball, if you're doing redraft, whatever you're doing, I think it's worthwhile to listen to, because we bring 2 wide receivers that are not being drafted before round 8, round 9. I think it's worth watching.
It's a video right here. Must draft, and you can kind of must draft wide receivers. A little sneak peek. Second quarterback there, Patrick Mahomes. DJ Moore, Amari Cooper, Chris Godwin.
How comfortable are you to draft Chris Godwin? I like him. He's another guy. I just don't know at this point, without a timeline, I don't know when to draft him.
Yeah, and until we get closer and closer, I think until we understand what his timeline is, that's where we'll be more comfortable to draft him at. Right now, I doubt people are doing their redrafts drafts right now, but if you are somebody that does your redrafts before preseason or before anything, before you get all these news, I would be avoiding Chris Godwin and maybe waiting for him to drop him down in value. I mean, right now it feels like when he tore his ACL, when he tore his ACL, they said, okay, the timeline should be he should be ready by week 2 or week 4 of that season, of this coming season. So I don't know if that is a good timeline, because he's going to come back, and not that he has to trust his knee now, like he has to go through that motion of that mental step, which is tough. And I'm not saying that he can't do it. I mean, he has Tom Brady to really help him and guide him through that, because he's one of the best quarterbacks out there, and then Mike Evans, so he has the support I think it's more of the mental barrier that he has to overcome, which might be a fade in redraft perspectives for Chris Godwin. This is not
Yeah, it's
tied in
going to be
premium.
interesting.
Yeah,
Not tied in premium.
not
Nope.
tied in premium. So Dalton, Darren Waller, Dalton Schultz. I think this is the highest we've seen him go at the 5'10".
5'10".
Miles Sanders and
I would
Lamar
say he's
Jackson.
probably going to go around this area IRL.
Potentially.
Wouldn't you think?
Potentially, I think I can
With where he
definitely,
finished last year and stuff.
I can definitely see that happening. But I mean, that's another position we kind of like to fade until the late rounds.
Yeah.
I mean, just like the
Schultz
quarterback
himself
position.
was a waiver wire pickup last year. I mean, you're not going to find that guy in every waiver wire every year, but I think the good thing is though, guys like Waller are not being drafted super early. Like last year, Waller was drafted in the second round.
Yeah, exactly. So and I think people are more hesitant, especially with Devontae Adams there. Plus he missed a lot of time. Waller missed a lot of time last year with that injury, so we'll definitely see if he can bounce back this year. There goes Darnell Mooney. Let's see how these guys go.
Oh, this life is crazy.
You just listen to music in your ear now that you don't stream. I'd listen to music the whole time as we're streaming, as like you're controlling the stream.
Yeah. I mean, I can't do it when I'm controlling.
Yeah, I know. So I'm just saying, like, I definitely am the same when you're streaming. I'm just listening to an album.
It's a fun vibe.
Yeah. It's the first time here. How do we get a chance to join these drafts? Man, it's really easy, man. Actually, just join our Discord. We usually do some of these mock drafts almost every single day or every other day. Join our Discord. The link is in the description below. And then when you go on our Discord, you can see it says redraft and in season. Click on redraft mock drafts, and that's where we drop the links every single time to do some mock drafts. If you want to do redrafts, or even if you're into Dynasty, we do have a Dynasty channel. You can go to the Dynasty Dem and the Dynasty Mock Draft tab there, brother.
Yeah, and I would just say, it's easy to get into the Discord, but it's not always easy to get into the mock drafts. But that is how you join them in the tabs. We send out the messages over there, but you got to be ready to go because it does fill up pretty quickly as well.
Yeah.
Steven says, what are your thoughts on Rashad Penny? I heard over the last 6 games, he was a top 5 running back. Yeah, he was. I think he's a steal if he stays healthy. Yeah, he could be a steal in redraft leagues for sure. I think that there's a huge chance that he and Ken Walker both get a really good amount of work.
Right. There was Tony Pollard. That's the guy I was going to take there. Okay, so let's go back to the rankings. Brandon Cooks.
Yes, sir. Might see you in the next one, Aaron.
Appreciate you, man.
Tony just went. Damn it. I should listen to you.
I mean, it has to be Rashad here, I think. Rashad. Let's see some other players. Yeah, has to be Rashad. A wide receiver 4. It's not terrible there. I'm okay with maybe a running back or 2 falling back to me on the comeback. Let's see if they do. Because I wanted Tony there. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Monty said the only problem is that they have Ken Walker now, so it really hurts Penny. Yeah, it's definitely going to be more of a. It's interesting. Like my gut feeling is that like I believe in Penny, and I do believe he's talented, and he was talented when he came out. But like, I think they're just gonna run with Ken Walker. That's the feeling that I'm getting.
We thought the same thing about Javonte. You know.
True, for sure. I guess Penny is not technically proven. I guess his first proven work was this past year in those 6 weeks where Melvin has had success. But yeah, I guess that's just a gut feeling right now. I really don't know what they would do. Gosh, that was some quick picks there. Okay.
Yeah, I felt pretty confident. Like in those picks, I knew exactly who I wanted.
Okay, yeah.
It's just a bang bang situation, you know.
Oh, all right, Clyde already went. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, well, I guess.
I don't know. I think it's as much as we want these rookies to step in and be the guys automatically. It takes the right situation. Like, for example, Brees, there's just no one that it makes sense to give work to outside of him. Whereas Ken Walker, I mean, Rashad Penny, had he been injured all of last year, different story. But the fact that he showed why they drafted him in the first round, like he showed his talent. He's always been so talented. It's just been the injuries. So I think it's hard for them to look at that and not utilize him in some way. I very much imagine it being a 50-50 workload.
Right. Okay. I guess
which is going to be worth something, but at the same time, like that offense is not going to be good.
Yeah. I think definitely I can definitely see the slow start and then it becoming Ken's job. I think I guess if I had a bank on it, maybe by the end of the year, I guess that's easier to say by the end of the year. I can see a 60-40, 70-30. But yeah, I guess the first 6 weeks, I don't know what that would look like.
I don't know if you want to pause, change it 30 seconds here.
Oh yeah. Let me do that right here.
It's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what ends up happening. Oh, does it always say draft pause by commish? Does it always say that when you're doing mock drafts?
No.
Oh, okay. Must be a new feature.
It does not.
We're going to do 30 seconds on the clock now, just so everyone knows.
Sorry, Sneaky gave you like 17 seconds there. Daniel said, would you guys enjoy more Dynasty or redraft? I think we truly enjoy both. I think we're trying to get back into the redraft swing just because we've been in Dynasty for so long. But I mean, redraft technically, honestly, is my first love. That's how I got into fantasy football. I would always love redraft. I think I guess the market is better for Dynasty, but I always love redraft. I think it's a whole different perspective.
I would say redraft is still the most played form. Just Dynasty is like a newer avenue that people are trying to understand. But
and it just gives just gives you insight on these younger players, and it makes you want to watch college and get excited for people that are coming in. And
I think both have a really special place. And I love them both. It's hard to choose one or the other. It's like if you have your children, do you have a favorite child? Maybe you do, you just can't tell them that. I don't know. I think Dynasty would be my favorite right now, but I did start redraft. That's kind of where my first love as well.
Yeah. SB Sports says, I don't see how Brees goes high in redraft. MC will have a role. Michael Carter will have a role year one, and the Jets offense will be mediocre. His best case scenario is Javonte rookie season. In a redraft perspective, I'm interested to see how he works out. I think Dynasty, I'm still believing in it.
He went as the running back 17. I believe Javonte finished as a running back 17. I could be wrong. The difference is Melvin Gordon and Michael Carter are two very different running backs, and you can ask two different things of them. Think about how many goal line opportunities Javonte didn't have last year because of Melvin. I don't see a scenario in which this head coaching or this coaching staff in general, would say, let's put Michael Carter in there over Breece Hall, the guy who, set records for scoring touchdowns in college. I personally feel super comfortable drafting Breece in redraft. I understand people's concerns, but I think he's going to get a ton of work. He is going to be a pivotal part of their offense. And I think Carter's going to have a role, but I don't think it's going to be he's not going to have a role to the point where like it worries me to draft Breece, but I understand people's concerns. I said this on our last stream, redraft stream. I think Breece is really the only Jet I feel super comfortable drafting in redraft, just because I know he's probably going to get 15 to 20 touches per game. I feel like that's a lock. And what is that worth in the Jets offense? Let's find out. I mean, I think he himself really does improve this offense. He gives them something that they haven't had. I mean, they tried to have that with Le'Veon, but it's been so long since the Jets have actually had a legit RB1 with Brees's kind of talent. So I think it could transform the offense. I like their offensive line. I like what they've done. Let's see if Zach Wilson can take the next step. So I feel comfortable taking him in the 3rd round, 4th round, around that area. I have him currently. I don't know where you have him, but he's my RB19 in redraft.
In
So
redraft
there's
for
probably
me,
a couple players I would have taken over him there,
Yeah.
but still, I don't think it's crazy.
in redraft for me, he's my RB21. So there's definitely a couple players I would have taken over Brees as well. And I think it depends on. I think a lot of people are comfortable with the opportunity that he could get, but that's also risky. Not saying that he won't get the opportunity. It's just like we're just basing off of what we believe on and what we believe, just like any other fantasy player. And let me just make my pick here. Get some more running backs here. I'll take Michael Carter because I'm on the side where I believe someone like a Michael Carter could continue getting workload. You know, I'm on the side, I guess, to kind of answer his question. You know, I see how Michael Carter will have a role. Is he going to take so much work away from Brees Hall? Is he going to not give the ability for Brees to finish as a top 20 running back? No. I think Michael Carter is just a safe floor. I can maybe see five targets per game, you know, and maybe, you know, 6 carries, whatever that case may be, and maybe he will get those PPR points. But I agree. I can see both sides. I agree how this Brees is going to help Zach Wilson and continue to elevate him in this offense moving forward. I see the workload coming for Brees, and I'm not worried. Steven.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the opposite side of that. I don't really have interest in Carter in redraft, but I understand the perspective.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab Ertz here. I view him as a top 6 tight end. I'm happy to grab him here in the 8th, 9th round. And then I'm also gonna grab Christian Kirk. So I feel pretty good about this wide receiver room now. I got 5 wide receivers. With these last couple of picks, I feel like I can kind of look elsewhere.
Yeah, and these guys like Alan Lazard, who I was telling people going in the 11th, 12th round, he went in the 9th round last time. Now he went in the 8th round today. He's going higher and higher.
Yeah, and you know, honestly, I made a mistake with those last picks, so I didn't even think about looking at the board properly with a player that I really want. Zach Wilson in Dynasty. Yep, we do like Zach Wilson in Dynasty. Definitely a talented guy. Let's see if he can put it together.
Yeah, he's a guy I believe in. Tebow's on the clock there. It's okay. So I got Michael Carter. This is where it's tough too. Like, maybe I need to do another strat where I just get running backs first and then be okay with wide receivers later. Okay, let's take James. Yeah, I wonder. I would like to try another strat next time. Like, for example, I could have had CMC and a James Conner and Aaron Jones, and then I could have gotten another wide receiver or another running back, hypothetically. You know, like, I'm gonna try a different strat next time. I'm not necessarily in love with it.
People and Apple.
So I think your video froze. Zach's video froze? Is that back now?
Is it back?
Yeah. I think it is back. I see you moving now.
There goes Russell Gage. I definitely wish I would have drafted him there, but I think he's going to be a great value. Talked about that in the video today.
Yeah, another guy that's going high. Well, which is interesting because Alan Lazard's going higher than Russell Gage, but I see a higher upside with Russell Gage, in my opinion. I don't know about you. Yeah, so
and the more I keep talking about Russell Gage, the more I think I'm gonna be probably drafting him earlier than necessary. He's maybe one of those guys where, okay, so he goes in the 9th round. Maybe I'd take him in the 8th round. Because I said this on our video, I just don't see a scenario where he doesn't finish as a top 24 guy this year. I'm really struggling to see that scenario.
28, 29, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. Shit, I miscounted already. Damn it. I hate when I do that.
Yeah, Sleeper definitely needs to update and put
Yeah,
the
put the little number.
that these players are, like
Yeah.
RB3.
Remember how we
4.
said that last time? That was so
Yeah.
good, man. I guess, yeah. Anyways, 1, 2,
I don't know if you might need to make our video smaller here soon. I have another voucher. Did you get the vouchers from the government for the food vouchers and stuff, or did you not? Were you not eligible for those?
RB 47. I'm wide receiver 47. I am eligible for those, and Thursday is the last day to do it. And I think Ella and I are gonna like just splurge on some dinner or something tonight.
Yeah,
because we have so much.
Same situation. I'm probably gonna go to Joey's Pizza and get everything on
Joey's
on
Pizza.
that.
Yeah, we did that too. You know what you can do with you can apparently buy movie vouchers. Ellen's mom.
I've already used all of those.
Oh, okay. I was going to because I have like a Discover one which you can like use to buy, like, go to the movies.
Right.
And I think I'm gonna buy like movie vouchers.
I talked about it before. It's terrible to say, but I haven't paid for a movie in a very long time, unless it's like a release, like a premiere, like Doctor Strange. I paid for. I'll pay for the Thor one as well.
Yeah.
But typically, I don't pay for movies just because in Australia they don't check tickets. They just don't care. They make money off of concessions.
Yeah.
So I'll just walk in and no one will say anything or ask me a question, or it's funny.
What happens if you're sitting in someone's seat?
Well, I always look at the online before to see what seats are taken.
Oh, you see like what seats are, like, you go and like you probably wait. Do you like continue to like refresh to see what seats are available?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Round 12 will be the last round, y'all.
Yeah. Let's see where
What music has everyone been listening to? Tell me an album that you really like right now.
Too Honest to Me. Giveon. I love it.
Is Giveon's album out? Did you see that video of him performing?
Yeah, it was terrible.
I think they changed his auto-tune or something on it.
Probably.
So it's a good album, give or take is what it's called.
I think it's a great album. I love it. I think it's I don't want to say one of his best albums. I don't know. I think it's up there. I think it matches. Like, I personally like it. It's a heartbreak album, and I'm heartbroken. No, I'm not heartbroken. I just got married. Shiza, I need a quarterback.
What?
Let's see. Russ is the guy. Ellen's looking at me like, what the hell's wrong? I still love you.
Like, I'm heartbroken. Over what, bro?
I know, right? But I love Giveon's album. Chris Brown has a couple good songs on his album, which I really like.
Keep saying this every stream, and I'll keep saying it again. I'm gonna take my quarterback in round 10. Every time round 10 is where I'm gonna be going here. Trey Lance, welcome to the squad, brother.
Trigger Trey.
I mean, there's so many options here as well. If I wanted to go double QB, I just don't feel a need to do that. Stafford's there, Rodgers is there, Prescott. And I'm gonna grab Ronald Jones here.
Give it a Rojo.
Why not Ronald? I really like this team. Really like this squad. Drafting from the one spot, I mean, sounds dumb, but it's super easy. I mean, everyone's probably like, duh, of course it's easy, but
right.
That's kind of where I want to draft.
Yeah, I think it was Darrell Henderson.
Like the Darrell Henderson, yeah. Steven is just hyping up my draft, and I love it. I need people like Steven in my life.
Now I'm on the clock here. I want to get a tight end. Should have got one earlier. I like Hunter Henry here though. That's definitely not it though. My guy should be here. Too honest to be that okay? Yeah. Nah, yeah. Givion's album, freaking fire, cuz.
Is it?
I like it. I think you should listen to it.
I'm listening to it now. JD McKissick, I like the pick. That probably would have been my pick if it wasn't for Rojo on the board. George Pickens on the board, Spiller, Dak Prescott. You know, I know we say this every stream, but I just feel like we need to say it just to make sure everyone's on the same page when they're watching this now or later. Quarterbacks will go much earlier than this. That's just the reality. Allen, Mahomes, Herbert, probably going to be second-round picks, third-round picks. Jackson, Murray, Burrow, probably fourth, fifth-round picks. Hurts, same in that same category. Same with Brady. Wilson, probably a seventh rounder. So just be aware of that. But I think even now, you look at the board, like most people have a quarterback they really like and they're happy with, and there's still guys on the board that we're comfortable with being our starters, like Rodgers, Stafford, Carr, Cousins. So just goes again to just show it is probably the best year to wait on quarterback that we've ever seen. Late quarterback strategy is going to be very beneficial for you guys. Steven says, so what happened to Chris Carson? His neck, that neck injury, just
he might not come back.
It's a tough injury to recover your career from, and he had it. It's a pretty bad injury for him specifically. So I don't know that he's going to be. I don't think he's going to see much of the field for the rest of his career. I could be wrong, but that neck injury specifically, once you injure it, it's pretty fragile.
Yeah, it's not okay. So I think the same thing happened. You know who had the same injury? I think it was David Wilson for the Giants. He was a running back, and they really liked him. And he kind of had he was a really quick, fast running back. I forgot what college he was. I want to say like Boston College or something like that. But anyways, named David Wilson. He had a neck injury. He only played, I think, 2 seasons or 3 seasons, and then he retired. And I remember like that announcement because he was crying about it. He was like, "I'm so sorry," and they were like, "Still was just so much stuff, like so much potential for him." I still
get annoyed when I think about the fact that Andrew Luck wasn't allowed to announce his own retirement. That still like annoys me. That's a different situation, but anyway.
Yeah. Let's take another running back here. It's the last round here, guys.
I was gonna take Marlon. I mean, I think Marlon. So Marlon's going in the 12th, into the 12th. Damian in the middle of the 10th. We've said this before, but I think both of them have just as much of a chance in redraft to kind of get work this year. And there goes another guy I wanted, which is Devontae Parker. Wide receiver one on his own team. This is the last pick here.
Yeah.
And you know, maybe I'll just take Derek Carr just for the security.
The security.
That's it. That is 12 rounds, ladies and gentlemen.
12 rounds. Yeah, Steven says I forgot about the neck injury, but wanted to say he was questionable for a few weeks, but then they shut him down. Yeah, that was it. Because every single week it was like, oh, he's questionable. He's feeling better. He's feeling better. He's gonna come back. He should be back.
That was like Joe Mixon the year before.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh.
Oh, he could be back in a couple weeks. Maybe next week. We're probably gonna shut him down.
Missed the whole year.
Maybe he'll come back.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll come back. No. I think he's out.
Yeah.
Yep, he's done for the year.
That was frustrating with Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thanks for doing a redraft mock. Appreciate you. Thank you for dropping a like.
mhm.
You know, if you do anything else for the rest of the night, I would suggest, if you haven't seen it yet, watch the video that we released on this channel. We just released it today. It is called
Must draft wide
must
receivers.
must draft wide receivers. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's definitely gonna be worth your time. I'll paste it in the chat. But outside of that,
It's
huge
all
love.
love.
Appreciate you
Huge
guys.
love. Make sure you subscribe. Subscribe on here. You like. You go to our Dynasty channel and like. And if you want to join Patreon, patreon.com/fantasylandfam. If you want to join Dynasty, and we do have redraft leagues. So don't just think that our Patreon is just for Dynasty. It is redraft leagues as well, which we have leagues filling up and already filled up actually for redraft. So get a look out on that. One last question here: how do you balance drafting with your head and your heart? I mean, you can't. You kind of there's no balance. You either drafting with your head or your rankings. Like it's either or. I feel like sometimes I try not to. I try to just focus on one. I think there's a couple picks you can go and take with your heart and people that you believe in, but it's just all about it's a you skill and how you want to go back and forth.
I would say, to be honest, I think it depends on like where you're drafting. And I always say this, but it's value. Like if your rankings say that someone's like one spot ahead of someone else and it's your heart, then that's a different situation. Like go with your heart. But if your rankings say that the player available is 10 spots, 15 spots higher than the person you want to draft with your heart, you got to follow your rankings at that point. So to me, I think it really depends on the value. You don't want to like over draft just because you love a player. You do want to make sure you get the right value.
Yeah.
But I would say that's it.
Joel, there's no grades. We're gonna start doing grades here in a couple weeks. We still want to get our rankings solidified. Even though we do have our rankings out, we want to have a little bit more understanding of where these guys are going. I guess kind of have a what's it called? I guess history behind some redrafts for the past month at least, and then start doing some draft grades. So stay tuned for that. We'll definitely be doing some draft grades in the next couple weeks or so. So but yeah, all love. Appreciate you guys. Once again, drop a like. Patreon.com/fantasylandfam if you want to join a redraft or dynasty league. Deuce, guys. Huge love.
See you guys.